Force lightning has been a hallmark of the power of the dark side since we first saw it return in Return of the Jedi in 1983. It causes a pain more intense than nearly anything in the entire Star Wars universe. In the canon book, Dark Disciple, Jedi Master Quinlan Vos is shocked repeatedly by Count Dooku, and he describes the pain like nothing he had ever experienced. It simultaneously burned and froze him. Every muscle tensed and cramped, his body spasmed uncontrollably, and his heart tried to burst from his chest. Force lightning so far has been seen in 4 colors in the new canon: blue, green, yellow, and red. The most common color is the bluish purple that we've seen with Sidious, Dooku, and Snoke, and is the only one that we've seen in the movies. The Night Sisters, like Mother Talzin, produce a dark side magical lightning, which is green in the Darth Maul Son of Dathomir comic. Lord Momin from the Vader comic uses yellow lightning. Finally, there's the red lightning, which seemed to be the most powerful form. We see this from the Son in the Clone Wars, who is the embodiment of the dark side itself. And when Vader uses it against Sidious when he tries to stop Vader from seeing Padme in the portal in Vader's castle. While in Legends, a few light side users have been able to conjure Force lightning. In the new canon, it's currently exclusively a dark side power. While we'll have to wait to see if it stays that way, the new canon has given us some new information about Force lightning, which I think is pretty cool, so I'm making this video. In today's video, I want to talk about 4 things that the new canon has added to Force lightning, which takes it beyond simple electrocution, but makes it a true power of the Force that can penetrate and affect its victims in ways that makes Force lightning something much more sinister than anything else. 2 of these new facts come from the canon game Battlefront 2. The first of these is chain lightning, which is essentially when Force lightning hits one person and then arcs to the other people around them as well, creating a chain of lightning from victim to victim. The name makes sense. In other words, Sidious could kill a whole army at once given he had enough power behind the blast. The second of these is known as Dark Aura, which is a blast of energy like a shockwave of Force lightning directionalized towards the enemy. So instead of being aimed at one person as lightning bolts, this type of Force lightning fans out wide as electrically charged air, which weakens, tortures, or slows the enemy caught within its net. The third and fourth things come from the canon book Dark Disciple, which is based off unpronounced scripts from the last season of the Clone Wars, and honestly is one of the best things to come out of the new canon, and I'm gonna do a few videos about that, so I hope you guys will enjoy it. The first thing that we learn about Force lightning is more of a confirmation of an old fact rather than a new one, but it's really the last fact which is gonna blow you guys away. So essentially, a Sith using Force lightning can control how quickly their lightning kills a person, based on how much power they put into it. So we of course saw this with the Emperor and Luke Skywalker in episode 6, when Palpatine was shocking Luke again and again, until he finally declares, "Now, young Skywalker, you will die." When I was little, I wondered if the lightning just took that long to kill someone, or if he was purposefully drawing it out to torture Luke and relish in the kill. I was pretty sure he was just drawing it out and, not putting his full blast behind it, but, now we have confirmation of that. Now, of course, if Force lightning took that long to kill someone, it would be pretty weak because a lightsaber could produce the same result in a second. But now, the new canon is clear that Palpatine was simply toying with Luke by torturing him prior to his demise, so that he'd really understand the full power of the dark side prior to his death. Now in Dark Disciple, Count Dooku uses Force lightning against Quinlan Vos repeatedly as a form of torture, but he never comes close to killing him, only causing him immense pain. Then at the end of the book, Dooku shoots lightning at Quinlan with the intent to kill him, but it hits someone else by accident. Spoilers, Asajj Ventress. Vos described it as the most violent bolts of Force lightning that he's ever seen. In the space of about a couple seconds, the bolts dance and crackle about the victim hungrily, like living creatures. Their body and face spasms and contorts into a mask of absolute agony. Blood trickles from their ears, eyes, and nose. Vos quickly jumps in and deflects it, but even a second of this level of lightning proves too much. Another thing that we learn here too is that under a barrage of this kind of Force lightning at this powerful magnitude, it causes intense spiderweb-like scarring on the victim's body. So now this brings us to Vader Episode 2, for the fan film. I imagine if Mace Windu were to come back, since he underwent this power of lightning as well, unlimited power, he'd be scarred from it. Perhaps we will see that in a certain episode of the fan series. The final new canon fact is my favorite and relates to how Force lightning feels to a person receiving it. This is the big kicker of the video. Now, of course, we know it's incredibly painful and will take down even the most powerful of Force users like we see with Anakin, Ventress, and Luke, but is it only physical pain? When Dooku uses Force lightning against Jedi Master Quinlan Vos, Master Vos says that in addition to the physical pain the lightning causes, it also causes him to reel under the painful memories of the death of his master and other mental tortures that was almost as unbearable as the electrocution itself. In other words, the Legend's Force power of memory walk is a part of Force lightning now in the new canon. Now, whether or not this mental torment occurs with every victim or if it can be used by itself without Force lightning seems unlikely, but at the very least it's something that a Sith can include when needed. So, what do you guys think? Do you want to see any of these in the movies? If so, which one? Leave a like below if you enjoyed this canon video, and also if you want to see me do a full video list, or basically a bunch of different videos on the different colors of Force lightning and what they mean and what they do and what their level of power is. I think that would be fun. Hope you enjoyed this one. Until the next episode, remember, the Force will be with you always.
Now, fulfill your destiny.